The next topic is Bates numbering. And on our course website, I have a description of what Bates numbers are. The numbering system was invented, a stamper was invented by a Mr. Bates. So every time you stamped with it, it would increase the number by one. And it goes way back in legal history to the turn of the century. But the basic idea is each of documents is assigned a unique Bates number, each page of a document, a unique Bates number that also indicates its relationship to other Bates number documents. Bates numbers appear as headers or footers on the pages of each PDF in the batch. The Bates identifier is referred to as a number, but it can include an alphanumeric prefix and suffix, as probably some of you know. The prefix and suffix can make it easier to recognize the central subject matter of the files. Please note that Bates numbering is unavailable for protected or encrypted files on some forms. Adding Bates numbers. So this is the procedure. We're going to go through it actually in Adobe, but take a look at it here carefully so I can comment about this. When designating documents for Bates numbering, you can add PDFs and any non-PDF files that can be converted to PDF. The process converts non-PDF files to PDF and then adds Bates numbers to the resulting PDF files. So what you do is you choose under Tools, Edit PDF, and the Edit PDF toolset is displayed in a secondary toolbar. And in that secondary toolbar, you choose More to get to that secondary toolbar, and you pick Bates numbering and you pick Add. And then in the Bates numbering dialog box, you click Add Files and choose Add Files, Add Folders, or Add Open Files. So if you've got a bunch of files open, you can just say, I want to add the Bates numbering to the open files. Most likely what you're going to do is have all of your files that you're going to Bates number for a case in a folder. And you're going to say add the folder instead of adding individual files, although that might be your situation. And then you select the files or the folder. Now, if you add a folder that contains files other than PDFs, the non-PDF files are not added. And so you need to have those converted first. If any files are password protected, one or more messages will appear in which you must enter the correct password. So as needed, do any of the following in the list of files. Change the order in which the Bates numbers are assigned. Select a file, drag it, click it, move it up and down. To sort the list, you click on a column name and click again to sort in reverse order. To specify a target folder for output files and file name preferences, click Output Options, specify the options as needed, then click OK. So once you have added and arranged the files as needed, you click the OK button, and then in the Add Header and Footer dialog box, click to place the insertion point in the appropriate box. Click Insert Bates Number, and then enter the following. In the number of digits, specify how many digits make up the Bates number, entering any number from 3 through 15. The result number, the default number is 6, which produces Bates numbers such as 000001 and so on. In Start Number, enter the number to assign to the first PDF on the list. The default, of course, is 1, but you may have started another sequence in another group of files, so you have to remember which is the starting number. Combining files. In prefix, type any text to appear before the Bates numbers, and in the suffix, type any text to appear before the Bates numbers. For court cases involving large numbers of pages, enter a higher value in the number of digits. Do not use the pound character in the prefix or suffix text. Click OK and then make any other changes to the settings as you would for any other header and footer. We'll go through that in a moment. Add more documents to a Bates numbering series. Before you begin, be sure that you know the last applied Bates number in the series. Follow the procedure described above to start the Bates numbering for the new file selecting. you're selecting. After you click Insert Bates Numbers, you enter the next number in the series. In Start Number, enter the suffix and prefix as before, matches the rest of the series, and then finish changing the settings and click OK. So let's go ahead and go into our Adobe Acrobat and go through this process for Bates numbering. So here I have a document up on the screen, and let's say I want to pick my Edit, Text and Images, and I'm in my edit mode. And so now what I want to do is go to my tools, and we're going to go over to our Bates tools, our Bates numbering tools, to edit the PDF. So we come over here to More, and we come down to Bates numbering, and we want to pick Add. Now, add the files to be Bates numbered. Arrange them in the order in which you want the Bates numbers to appear. So I have one file that's open, and I want to do that one, but I want to add more files. So I go out, I'll pick another file, another PDF file out here. Go to Adobe Acrobat, where I have a number of other PDF files. And we'll say we want to pick we'll say Acrobat reference. It's a little bit large. I want to pick a smaller file. Here's a filled-in form. We'll go ahead and do that one, and we'll open it. So anyway, I can add any number of files to this list. Also, under Add Files, I can say Add a Folder. So I can click here and go out to a folder that would contain the files. I won't add it right now, but you get the idea. So you can add the folder. So you have a number of individual files, and you have a folder with a bunch of files in it that you want to add, and then you click your output options down below here, and you can say the target folder is the same folder selected at start, a folder on my computer, file naming, keep the original file names, or add to original file names. So you can put something in before and after the original file names, or replace the file names with starting and ending Bates numbers. So whatever choices here that you think are necessary, you make. And I'll click OK, we'll click OK. And now we come up to where the rubber hits the road, where we're going to be saying, where do we want to add the left header? So we go up, we click in there, and we'll say insert the Bates number, number of digits 6, starting number 1. The prefix will say Sedona, and then the suffix will say principals, and we click OK. And so now you can see what that Bates number will look like down below. And if you wanted to add more information into your headers and footers, you of course would do so here, and then click OK, and it goes out and it adds the Bates numbers to the two files that I had selected. And if we click OK, and we would go down in the file, we would see that on this page we have, you can zoom in a little bit of that. You can see I've got my Bates numbers in my collection.